Welcome back, guys. Welcome to another division build video. And this build is trash. Okay, let's get into it. As you can see, I'm running all reds, one blue, and this is tip of the spear. When I first saw tip of the spear, when it first caught my eye, I was thinking this would be a pretty good build to have, running missions, having somebody who's loaded down with specialty ammo. And I've test run this build quite a bit. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's garbage. This is a garbage build. Like, this build is trash. Like, I legitimately thought the 10% signature weapon damage was going to be great. I really thought that. And here I was thinking, like, you know what? Like, weapon damage. Look at the signature moves. Increase signature weapon damage by 20% and doubles the amount of signature weapon ammo generated. I'm sitting here thinking, like, this is going to be great. Increase aggressive recon. Weapon damage bonus goes from 20 to 40%. The reason why this build is so bad is because most of these come with reds. You will have to legitimately change your core attribute over to blue to make this build be worth anything. You have to change it all over to blue. You have to be able to survive, because the reason why this build is garbage is because they nerfed your signature weapons. They nerfed them into oblivion. They messed them up. Okay. Without the signature weapons doing the amount of damage that they used to do, this build doesn't really put out the damage output. That you need. You really need this build to put out a lot of damage output. That's what it's built around. It's built around you using your signature weapon and getting a buff to do gun damage. I've test run it over and over and over again. It's not good. I haven't ran it in a group yet, but it doesn't say anything about the buff going to teammates. Like, did I miss it? I don't think I missed that. It doesn't say anything about the buff going to your teammates. So it really makes it to where only you get buffs. Now, and I'm running GS holster and knee pads. And the only reason why I'm doing that is because the explosive damage, because I tried this with the grenade launcher. So I was trying to use the explosive damage, buffing the explosive damage with the grenade launcher, because it's the only real viable signature weapon that used to matter, was the grenade launcher. Crossbow bolts you can miss, and they're mainly meant for like the big guys. Your rocket launcher is meant for the little electronical Johnny Fives and dogs that walk around with the black tusk. The flamethrower is not that great. It's not very good for you to get that close and be wearing a lot of reds. So it's not that great either. And the machine gun has been trash. And Now it's just dumpster juice trash. It's just garbage. Like, it's just the little juice you see coming from out of a dumpster. That's what the machine gun signature weapon is. It's always been bad, and they won't buff it at all. So this is what I tried to attempt. So then I said, well, since I got some explosion damage, I'll run the Firefly with the Buster, attach the explosions, and try to do something there. It doesn't really work well. I'm better off sitting out like a turret, I guess. And it just, the build is garbage, man. It's just, I tried to run the booster so I can get, you know, maybe more weapon handling. It's just trash. Like this, it's just not a very good build. But now let's talk about how we could make this build better. Personally, what I would do, automatically generates signature weapon ammo every 60 seconds. I'm going to be real with you. That should be 30 seconds. You should be getting your ammo back every 30 seconds. If you want to make this build a playable, viable build in PvE, because you can't take your signature weapons in the dark zone. So this build is absolutely useless when it comes to going to the dark zone. But if you want to make this a build that just doesn't get swept under the rug and no one cares and no one talks about it and no one ever uses it, make the signature ammo come back every 30 seconds. 30 seconds is how you make this a very viable build. 60 seconds, too long. Already test ran it. I test ran it and I'm waiting for my signature ammo to come back, and I'm dealing with the enemies and I'm trying to use my weapon damage boost that I got by just 20% for 60 seconds. That should be 30% by 60 seconds. It needs to go up 10 more. And I can't kill the enemies fast enough. And they just hit too hard. They hit way too hard to run this. This is around doing damage with your guns and with your signature weapons. That's what it's about. It's about doing damage with your guns and your signature weapons. And I was trying to run this one here because of the perfect preservation, because I needed something to try to get some armor back. I even have a god tier freaking rifle right here. I was running this. You know, I'm trying to push out as much damage as possible with these type of weapons, and it's not good, guys. This is not a good. I really think you should get your your signature. I keep calling it specialization. I'm sorry. I really think you should get your signature ammo every 30 seconds. Every 30 seconds. Okay? And I think that the buff of damage should go to the entire team. Now, I didn't run this with a team, so I don't know if that actually goes to the team. Okay? If you have run this with a team and that works, this makes this build a little bit better, because you can increase the team's weapon damage output by hitting people with your signature weapon. Then that's a little bit better. But I didn't run this with a team, guys, and solo it is horrible. So leave your comments down below. I'm going to be doing these build videos of builds that I think are trash and builds that I think are god tier. Okay, so be on the lookout for both types of videos. But right now, tip of the spear, to me, it really needs some work if it's going to be fine. Remember, you can't take this in the dark zone. You can't use your signature weapons in the dark zone. So you can't take this build in the dark zone. It's useless in the dark zone. So that means it's meant for PvE. Which means if it's meant for PvE, it should be buffed to the specs for it to be viable for PvE. That's the problem that I have with this. That's the biggest problem I got. This is not good. Anyway, guys, hit the like button. Okay, subscribe if you haven't. More Division videos will be on the way. Remember, leave your comments. Leave your comments. Any builds you want me to look into, maybe experiment with, I'll do it. Okay? You boys out.